Welcome back to the 6th Gear Garage. Today, I upgrade my Toyota's headlights from this to this. Here's a look at the factory seal beam halogen headlights. These were common for the 1980s. Let's go see how bad these are. So these are the low beams, and these are the high beams. They spread the light out farther ahead, but there's not as much road lit up right in front of me. Here's one last look at the beam pattern on the garage door. High, low. And you can see what I described earlier about the highs spreading light farther ahead, but not actually being any brighter or putting out additional light. I'll be installing these 5x7 LED lights for the early 80s to mid 90s Toyota pickup and 4Runner, or any vehicle that came with the 5x7 seal beam headlights. These are universal. Here's the instructions. Pause the video if you really want to read these. Let's see the goods. Peel this cover off. Oh, these are nice. These use projection lenses which are bright, but also have a sharp cutoff line so you don't blind oncoming traffic. Notice the type on the lens, DOT approved, so they're road legal. This is an aluminum housing instead of plastic like most lights. Probably helps better with heat dissipation. These are heavy duty and well built, no doubt about that. I'll put a link to these lights in the description if you're interested in a set. It comes with an adapter harness to work on a variety of vehicles. However, Toyotas require an additional H4 conversion harness to run any aftermarket LED headlights, and I'll put a link to that in the description as well. So you may have seen me install LED lights on Toyotas before, but these are the latest design and they have integrated turn signals. That's the perfect solution to aftermarket bumpers that don't have built-in turn signals. Let me explain for the non-Toyota owners. The amber corner lights next to the headlights are just parking lights. They don't blink when you turn. The only signals on the front of the truck are recessed into the bumper, so you lose your turn signals with a lot of aftermarket bumpers. Let's remove the old headlights. First, I need to take off the front grille. They're little clips that go all the way across that hold it on. I just need to push the top part of the clip that goes through the grill up and it releases. And the same thing along the bottom. A couple of screws too. On the bottom ones, I used a long flathead to push on the clips. With the grill out of the way, I now have full access to the headlight and the middle trim ring that holds it in place, which is held on by 4 tiny Phillips head screws. I'm just going to go in the engine bay and just unplug this headlight from behind. Now I can remove the metal trim ring. When the 4 screws are removed from the trim ring, the headlight can just fall right out, so watch they don't fall on the concrete. Clean this up a little. Here's the H4 relay harness. This is a must if you're installing LED headlights onto an older Toyota. Links in the description. There are no instructions with it, but it's pretty simple. You got your double relays. There's a positive wire with an inline 30 amp fuse, and this goes to the battery. This goes to the passenger side headlight plug. It plugs right into the factory harness to know when you turn the lights on. Then it's wired to another plug for the new headlight. Then there's a long one that goes over to the driver's side for that headlight. And there are grounds on these as well. So I'm just going to set this up quick to make sure it all works. Alright, I just threw this in for now. Positive on the battery. Relays. Tuck the wire around the battery here. There's the plug that goes into the factory harness for the signal. And now I have the new plug and the ground wire. I just ran it right up here and put it on this fender bolt. The long one goes all the way over to the driver's side. And then I have that one grounded as well. And the factory harness plug is not used anymore. So I can just tape that up and tuck it away. Alright, I did a quick test off camera and everything works. So I went ahead and tucked the harness in so it's not flopping around. I've got the plugs coming out here and here. No, that's the old plug. This is the one I'll be using. Let's pretend I did have an aftermarket bumper and I no longer have the front turn signals. As I mentioned earlier, these corner lights aren't turn signals, just parking lights. So the wires for these guys are the only way to tap into the turn signal for the LED headlights. So back around here, this is the plug. There's the female side that connects to the light, don't need that, and the male side, which is what we want. And you can see there's a positive and a negative connection in there. Got some wire, spade connectors, crimper, and stripper. Let's make a harness. I gotta figure out which side of that plug to tap into. The 4-way flashers will give me a signal. I'm using a multimeter here, and I have the negative going up to the battery, and the positive I'm gonna put in one of the slots of the male plug. And not it. Try the other one, and there's the signal. So it was the one on the bottom, and I'm just gonna plug my male spade connector in there and run the other end up behind the headlight. Looking at the back of the LED headlight, there's the main plug and then a yellow and a white wire. The white wire is for daytime running lights, which I don't have, and the yellow is for the turn signals. I'll plug that in first, then the main plug, tuck it all in. I'll just set this in here now, make sure it's gonna stay, and do a quick test. Oops, it's upside down. The DOT type should be on the top. There we go. Except now it's not staying. Alright, I'll set it right here for the rest of the test. Okay, we have low beams and high beams. Check out that cutoff line. High, low, high, low. That's a nice crisp cutoff line, so there won't be a glare for oncoming traffic. Alright, let's go install these things. I'll go back and tape everything up with electrical tape and make sure it's weatherproof after the final test. Alright, everything is back together and complete. Now, I just need an aftermarket bumper. You can see the projection lens in the middle there, and this is just the low beams. The other projector comes on as well for the high beams. I'll check back in tonight. Here's how they look in the dark. They're bright. Not sure how they're going to show up on camera. Probably too bright for my old iPhone 6. And check out that cutoff line. Here's the turn signal. I just noticed it flashes faster than the 4-way hazard flashers do. Here's a better look at the cutoff line and the high beam, low beam. Let's go for a drive. Alright, heading down a dark road. Currently I have the low beams on. You can see it's literally a night and day difference compared to the stock halogen lights. I can see everything in front of me now. Here's a dark area. High beams. They really extend the light. Great for country roads. There's another look with just the low beams. Okay, so the only thing I noticed is that the turn signals flash faster now. I could install a inline load resistor to fix that if it really bugged me. The 4-ways are unaffected though. But there's the ideal solution to greatly improve your vehicle's lighting with an integrated turn signal. I'll put a link to these and the H4 harness in the description. Do me a favor and give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful. As always, thanks for watching and consider subscribing for more how-to videos and project vehicle updates here at the 6th Gear Garage.